Hey guys, it's PoetRaeMonet, and I am here today excited because I am about to start upcycling these awesome candles, okay? So if you saw my video a couple, maybe I don't know, a couple weeks ago or whatever, I went to the at-home store, I purchased these amazing pillar candles, and they have LED lights in the eyes of the skeletons. So that's amazing. Not only am I going to be upcycling these, but we're going to get into these and see what do the lights even look like anyway. I haven't even turned them on yet. So we've got a lot to check out, and I hope you'll stick around. Of course, like, subscribe, stay around, comment, tell me what you think and what I could have done better. All right, guys, check out Ravenswood Home Haunt. Let's go. Okay, let's start checking these guys out. So first, of course, we gotta remove the cords, and really this is it. So let's see. Oh, it does look, oh, this does pop off. I can see down inside with all of their cords. So I'm gonna pop this back on for right now. It's nice and easy twist adjustment. Now, got a nice base here, very solid. Oh, okay. So we've got some information on the bottom here. Let's take a look at what that says. Okay, open this waterproof cover. So that's great. You can open that up. Then open this battery cover. All right. Let's see. Oh, so we've got some big batteries we need here. Let me see what kind. We need 3 C batteries, and then we'll refit the battery cover. So let me go get some C batteries. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I put the batteries inside, but when I put them in, I also noticed that right here, it says on, off, and timer. So I'm really interested to see what the timer function does for us. But for right now, let's just turn it on and, whoa, okay. That's pretty cool. So we got right eye, left eye, both eyes. We've got a constant flame that's going and flickering up here. Let's kind of turn this around as well. So if we're at the side, we can even still kind of see the lights from the side, which isn't bad. Oh, that's lovely. I'm excited. This is going to be great. And now that I know the LEDs are red, it also, informs what I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm thinking these guys are going to look like, like the worst, like zombie falling apart faces. Oh, I'm really about to get into this project. So let's take a look. I'm going to start with a basic coat of black paint, black acrylic. I'm just going to cover everything that's in sight, okay? All of the skulls that are on the side, all the small ones, we're going to do all those cracks and crevices. I'm going to cover the large skulls too, but I'm not going to do the eyes just yet. I'm going to leave those until we get to that next piece. But right now, it's most important to fill in everything so that there's no traces of the original candle left behind. Now I'm going to move on to the eyes. So for this, I caught a little, like a TikTok hack that said that you can kind of make your own glow-in-the-dark paint by taking your highlighters and using the ink from the highlighters and adding those to your acrylic paint. So I'm gonna try that out for this project and see how it turns out. It's pretty tedious, I gotta say. I have a lot of pretty old highlighters as well, so this probably would have worked better with newer highlighters. But let me show you what I've got in terms of the ink here. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm gonna take a moment. Boom, look at those eyes. Whoa, the color is super intense. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the rest of these large eyes and a few of the small ones too, I'm thinking. So now I'm gonna move on. I've got my eyes painted in. I'm doing the candle wax, kind of a bleeding candle style that I'm going for here. And then I've also am going to give a quick paint to the actual candle top and maybe brighten that up a bit as well. Now, I'm also going to move into this area where I start to do like a gray brushing of the area to give it a little bit more of a stony type of look. Right now I'm doing it with brush, but I also transfer to just literally taking a piece of paper towel and plotting that around. So let's take a look and see what that looks like with just the layer of gray kind of added in. So it's starting to get that type of stony look. So let's keep moving on and see what else we can do. Now I'm going to go and add in brown. This brown is, again, going to help to give that stony look. It's going to age it a little bit as well. So let's take a look and see what it looks like with our brown coating. See, look at that. It gives it a little extra detail, a little extra depth that we're starting to see around those skulls as well. Now, we're going to go back again. I know, guys, I'm a crazy person, but we're going to go back again and we are going to add gold. So this gold is kind of almost giving it a pirate type of look, a little bit more antique-y. Again, more of that depth, more of that volume to the skulls that are here as well. And if you take a look, you can also see kind of the stippling from the paper towel, because I literally just slapped this paper towel in a couple of different areas, and I like the stippling that it's giving as well, because it again is just adding more texture. So now the final thing that I'm going back and doing in terms of painting is adding on the green. So again, just a little green, same technique, just blotting here, blotting there, and so that's what we have in terms of like a finished paint on this particular base. I am going to go back and do the eyes. Hey guys, so I was taking a look at some of the work that I did yesterday, and it's starting to come together, but it's not exactly what I want it to be. So today we're going to go back. We're going to make sure that we fill in the eyes, give that a second coat so that we can really have that glow in the dark quality pop out. We are also going to be adding a second coat of paint and darkening. We're going to darken the blood here. I think it's too vibrant up top. So we're going to darken those areas, make it a little creepier. Then we're going to add some moss to our project. And we're going to add a little bit of spider webbing as well to really bring it up and make it a lot more realistic looking. Then after we've done all of that, then we'll come back and paint the base and give it all a protective coating and finish this sucker up. So I hope you guys are ready for day 2 because we got a little to do. Okay, so we've got our moss. I'm repurposing this from a past project, so don't mind me here. But basically, I'm just taking it off. I'm finding a good spot for it, getting that glue on there, and just popping it into place. Obviously, this is super easy to do, so I'm just gonna kind of, quickly go through this and just add it. I've got 2 of these to do as well, so I've got to make some pretty good time here. Let's see if they're, I don't know. I try to make them balanced a little bit, but I also like the skewed aspect with horror. So we're getting lost in a few places. It's not all around, it's not everywhere, but just a little something to make it a bit extra. In fact, I'm gonna add another piece, maybe right here. Oh, no, maybe right here. Yeah, maybe about right here. So. Great thing about moss is it's, nice and organic already. I can take multiple pieces and put them together. So that always helps. And I'm just sticking it in place. So here. Just taking this bit. I stuck it in place so that, you know, again, it can give it a little bit more. That was so let's take a look at that. Kind of trying to twist and spin here. And as you can see, I made the top a lot darker. I also added that kind of gradient from the red to the orange. So I really like this so far. I'm going to take a minute, I'm going to do the upper, and we'll come back to do some spiderwebs together. Okay, friends, so we've done a lot of different changes. We painted this guy all over, we've added some moss, changed up the colors a bunch, and now for the final piece, we are going to wrap this thing down in some spiderweb. Now, I'm going to do this just like freehand, really loose. I don't want to glue it. I don't want the changes to be permanent because, you know, I may have a different idea for what I want to do with this next year or the year after. So I just, you know, I want to keep things as loose as possible, you know. So I'm just going to take some of this and start stretching it out. And I'm going to, you know, like really stretch it out and get this thing wrapped around my candles. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is, well, actually, I'm going to grab a pair of scissors. Here we go. Makes things a lot easier when you're using that spider webbing. So if you did not know, you absolutely can and should cut it. Oh my gosh. Cut that thing out because there's so much to go around, especially when you really get to stretching it out. So I'm actually even thinking of maybe cutting this down again, but I'm going to keep stretching first. Now we're almost at the end of this project. So of course, if you have some thoughts, I would love to hear those in the comments. Like, what do you think about the change that has happened, you know, in this particular project? Oh my gosh, maybe I should have started stretching this before we got on camera. Okay, so. And actually, yeah, I wanted a lot thinner than this, so we're gonna stretch this a lot more. I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's try this again. So that one piece that I had, I cut it in half, and like I said, really like thinning and stretching it out. So I'm actually going to set this big piece aside. I'm going to start all the way at the top at my flame here, and I'm actually going to unhook, and I'm going to toss this right at the top. So I'm just going to stick it in there like no big deal. I just want to give it something to anchor onto. Stick it in the hole. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. It was the cord. I left the cord on the outside. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to continue to thin it and stretch it out as I wrap it around my candle. And I mean, yeah, I want this, yeah, yes, I want it to really stretch. kind of all over the place. Very, very thin. I'm gonna cut it again. Because, yeah, I want this thing to look like it's like kind of shrouded in the webs, but that it's not, I don't want it to be like, I guess I just don't want it to like look super generic. I don't know. So I'm just gonna pull this around as much as I can and stretch this as much as I can, like lose these little end pieces here, like, and just, yeah, and just keep stretching as far as it will allow me to stretch. Now, one of the cool things about the webbing is that it also sticks to oh gosh, what is this called now? It also sticks to the moss. So, you know, the moss also kind of helps it cling. So there, we've got that one, that's finished. Let's move on to this next one. And we're gonna do the same thing here. Again, just like really super, super stretchy. Going to just take a little untwist. These things are stronger than I thought. Okay, there we go. Give it a little untwist. Okay, well, that one's not coming up. So I'm just gonna let that sit there for a second. It might be from the paint. So I'm just gonna kind of thinly kind of wrap it around the top there, kind of zhuzh that in. All right, great. So now we've got an anchor point. Come all around here. And again, just super stretchy. Really, really thin. You don't want this thick at all. I want it so that you can still see through the web to see all of the detail. And at the same time, you still have the spookiness factor. All around the sides. Thick on this back side right now, so I got to do a lot of stretching back here to get this to where I want it to be. Okay. All right. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. I'm just, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna keep kind of stretching and stretching. Yeah. Pull off some excess. That thin veil. Okay. So a lot more webbing on the second one. So I want to kind of pull some extra off of here. Oh my gosh, it's making quite the mess, but it's kind of a good mess. Because then these things look more naturally out of place than they do thrown together. It looks a little more natural. So let's take a look. Yeah, oh, look who wants to make an appearance. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, so feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good about this right now. Yeah, everybody's pretty much doing what I want them to do, what I need them to do. So let's take a look at this up close and see how they turned out. Wow, so look at these. They are so different from where we started. I mean, we've got these creepy green eyes going on. And of course, don't mind me, okay? I will finish the bases later, but for right now, like, these, for all intents and purposes, are finished. You know, we'll add a protective coating on top, but these are going to be indoor anyway, so we don't really need to worry about, you know, outdoor stuff. But look at these. They are so creepy. They look so old, and I am so freaking proud of myself, you guys. Like, wow, look at this. This is a huge difference, and I might kind of pull this one up some. Ever the perfectionist, don't mind me. Yeah, I am really loving this right now, and I would love to hear about what you guys think in the comments. Okay, guys, don't mind me. I didn't have batteries, but this is how it looks all lit up. Let's see. We got the flickering going on in the candle. We got the eyes lighting up. And of course, when we do this inside of the haunt, it'll have like an uplight on it or something to see more of the detail. This is pretty great. I'm super excited. Okay guys, that is all for me right now on this awesome upcycle of these candles. Please tell me what you think in the comments. You know, give me a like, a subscribe, check out Ravenswood Home Haunt, because I am going to be here to give you step-by-step tips and help on how to make your own home haunt too.